When Vladimir Putin lands in Delhi, the world doesn't blink. It holds its breath. Because this is not a courtesy visit, not a handshake for cameras. It is a geopolitical shockwave, one that runs from Islamabad to Washington, rattling every capital that thought India could be boxed, pressured, or steered. For years, the West believed India would eventually take sides. Pakistan hoped India would remain dependent. Europe expected India to choose comfort over courage. But 2025, India did something far more dangerous. It chose independence. Putin's visit is Delhi's message to the world. We talk to everyone. We bow to no one. India buys discounted crude from Russia, semiconductors from the US, fighter jet tech from France, logistics from the UAE, trade routes from Europe, and yet answers only to 1.4 billion Indians. This is strategic autonomy sharpened into a weapon. And the consequences? They're keeping people awake tonight. Washington watches because an India-Russia reset can alter the Indo-Pacific balance. Because an India that cannot be pressured is an India the US must negotiate with, not instruct. Europe watches because India's energy stability and cheap crude give it inflation immunity the EU never had. Pakistan watches with fear. They still remember the cold precision of India's S-400 shields during Ops Sindoor. Every India-Russia defense upgrade pushes them further into irrelevance. A co-produced missile here, a surveillance system there, and Pakistan's room for miscalculation vanishes. Because a stronger India doesn't shout. It deters. And Russia? It sees something the world finally admits. India is no longer a buyer. It is a partner shaping new trade routes, new fertilizer corridors, new payment systems, and a new energy order beyond Western control. India-Russia trade is already near $69 billion. But that's the surface. The real story is what's coming. Indian engineering, pharma chemicals, electronics, all entering a market desperate for reliable partners. Agreements on fertilizers, that's food security for 600 million Indian farmers. Agreements on crude, that's inflation kept in a cage. Tonight the world sees an India that negotiates with Moscow without losing Washington, that grows with the Gulf without angering Europe, that confronts China without collapsing ties. This is not isolation, this is balance. The kind great powers use to shape centuries. Putin's visit isn't about Russia. It's about India declaring its arrival.